Hi, in this video I would like to show you how to create a profile for a GIgaCore Ethernet switch. Now that we have created our new project, let's click on the menu icon and click on the icon to create a new profile. As we wish to create a switch, select the switch into the category menu. Let's give this switch a name. This will be my FOH switch. And select the model. In my case, I wish to use a GIgaCore 12. Click on the next button. Here you can set the IP address of your device and the subnet mask. If you are in a routed environment, please don't forget to add the IP address of your gateway. Here you can set a password to the web interface. Alternatively, you can use the global password if you want to always use the same password. This password is defined into the previous video. Here you can give the switch a name and a short description. Press Next. Now here you can set different names to your groups and different settings. But as explained in the previous video, I will use the global group settings to always use the same name for all my groups. Press Next. Now the profile is created. On the left hand side you can see all port numbers, and you can notice that every port is set into the management group by default. For each port you can set a legend and assign a specific group. As I have decided to use my global group settings, I can retrieve here the name of my groups. So it will be, in my case, a management. For each port you can set the speed. You can enable or disable our redundant system, R-links. You can enable, disable RMON, which stands for remote monitoring, if you wish to monitor the traffic of the port through a SNMP compliant application. Enable, disable PoE if you wish to connect a PoE device to this port, and set a PoE priority per port. If you wish to set different ports with the same settings, simply select the first port, press Shift and the last port, and every change applied to one of these ports will be set to all ports. Let's say port 11 and 12 will be my ISL port. I need redundancy. I don't need PoE. But I wish to set and see the traffic. I will need few ports for Dante primary and few ports from Dante secondary. Finally, one port for the AES67 protocol. For each group using the the PTP v2 precision time protocol, such as AES67, a stopwatch will be visible next to it. This is why you can see the stopwatch here, but on the ISL port as well. I wish to monitor the traffic on all these ports as well. That's it. On the very top, you can get access to the selection menu by selecting none of the ports, select all, or invert the selection. Alternatively, there is a second panel which allows you to copy the configuration of one port to several other ports. For instance, I can copy the configuration of port 2 to port 5 and 6. This gives you a very quick and easy way to configure your profile. Press Next. This is the panel for the advanced settings. Here you can define the PoE settings and especially the management type. By default, the switch uses LLDP, Link Layer Discovery Protocol, to define the maximum power per port. You can also use the class notification, and the power budget management by default is set to reserved, and by reading the class, the switch will reserve a specific amount of power for that specific device, but you can also select to use the direct consumption. I will leave it as default. Here you can also use the IGMP unknown flooding system, which means you will forward any multicast traffic despite they are not registered to the carrier. Finally, I will enable SNMP because I wish to monitor the traffic per port. As there is no next button, simply click on Save to save this profile. Thanks for watching.